blood red skies. This TV has no power source. And she could easily slide out of the ropes around her arms. Sunglasses at night. Scene does not contain a lap dance. Lenses change shape with his expression.
Take care of her.
Wait, this thug says take care of her. He could have meant a mani-pedi or maybe give her a swig of refreshing coconut water. What if he didn't mean kill her? There's no way the Batarang could come from that angle based upon the time Batman lands next to this thug. I don't care if you're the Dark Knight. If you get hit with a wrench that hard and completely by surprise, you're not getting up. Based on how injured Batman is, this thug could have easily knocked it out of his hand. These cops came very quickly. Definitely not LA cops. These cops know the bad guys were here. I didn't see any indication that Batman contacted any authorities, and there wasn't any gunfire or anything. So what does weather on levels Z15 mean? Glasses indoors. There was no platform there 20 seconds ago. This is not a smile. Racism. These guys get in like they didn't just see a giant clown at an altercation with tears. Did this coach not see the huge unsportsmanlike spit Nelson sent Terry's way?
I'll explain when I see you.
This guy didn't say goodbye at the end of his phone call. Given this highly sensitive diss to him at any other point, not at the place of business he thinks is evil, could he not have sent it any other way? Through Dropbox, or you sent it?
There you are, Mr. Tully. You're late.
George Takei's voice acting. Employee expects a reasonable answer to his question from the guy that let it capture, drugging, and taking away of a fellow workman.
Before I forget, there seems to be a file missing from Harry's records. Would you know where it is?
Why would you ever trust a man that talks and looks at you the way Powers does? Why does the file need to go missing? Wouldn't it have been easier just to make a copy of it, or several copies, and leave the original file where it was to avoid suspicion? This is the same data screen from work. And also, what the fuck does all that mean? His glasses are glued to his face.
I'll be a big success, just like you.
Actually, his dad seems to work for the biggest company in Gotham, wears pretty nice clothes, and seems to have a nice-sized, neatly decorated home. Is Terry going to jump off this high-rise road to his death? Where's he going? Bad guy looks ominously at the protagonist's home cliché. I can't believe that in a huge city like this, there's one car on the road around party hours downtown. That is a huge, wide road for a downtown area. Sunglasses at night. Joker would have dislocated his arm grabbing a woman at that speed.
I knew McGinnis was a freak job.
Terry is saving the day while everyone else just stands there. Why does that make him a freak job? That just makes you a pussy. Terry believes the girl the Joker was just being sexually aggressive towards on her own. Clearly only good guys wear bike helmets, and was he just sticking to the bike? That motorcycle has the best shocks ever. So they know he's going to Gotham Harbor because he simply drove past that sign? Bruce Wayne is just standing out there in pitch black darkness to think about why he never ran off and married Catwoman from Batman Returns? Man, these guys are going through a lot of effort to teach a high school student a lesson. The old attack one at a time cliché. Joker has a bat here, then it vaporizes. Yes.
At the house.
Judging by the distance his house is from the main gate and how dire Bruce Wayne's ailment is right now, he will be dead by the time they reach his home. Ace barks now, but not when 10 violent strangers attack his master. Ace is a dick to Bruce. Not only is his medicine not ever on him, it seemingly is upstairs in an inconvenient location in the home. You're smarter than that, Bruce. Did Bruce just chloroform himself? Ace is addicted to Terry. How did a bat get stuck inside the glass of that clock? Was it opening the glass to change the batteries and closed it on itself because it remembered it was a bat and not a creature with clock-fixing abilities? Wait, so it was stuck in the glass, and then when Terry opens the whole clock, it somehow gets out of the glass? For lights that haven't been turned on in 20 years, that's pretty remarkable that they work and come on that quickly. How does an 80-year-old man sneak up on a high schooler like that? The authorities just let this unidentified kid walk onto a homicide crime scene. Sunglasses at night and indoors. How come on back, you cold-blooded bastard?
Among the mourners was McGinnis's employer, Derek Powers.
I pledge to use whatever influence I have to stop these.
His dad must have been a success to get major news coverage post-mortem.
It was about Dad.
I know, hon.
Son tries to have a heart-to-heart with Mom. She prescribes sleep as a method to help her youngest son cope with the death of his father.
You haven't said a word all day. Don't you want to talk?
Don't you mean sleep, Mom?
I should have been there. I could have helped. I could have done something.
No.
Yes!
No, he's right. He could have probably saved his dad's life.
There's some help, you know that?
He actually is a help. He opened the door, which you couldn't have done without him at that moment. Hero stumbles upon vital information despite the astronomical odds of that actually happening cliché. What? You don't like to look at foreboding shapes and squiggly lines that cost 2 men their lives?
Tell Mom I had to go. I could be late.
Why can't you tell your mom that you have to go? Who the hell is that guy? How do you know it'll be fine? Bruce Wayne assaulted you and kicked you out of his home. And now you want to send a means of transportation back to the city? Thank you for taking me out here. Now I'll yell at you. And you'll listen. Why is he talking to Bruce like he expected Terry to show up? All the lights are off in his home. He's in his 80s. He could be doing what your mom told your brother to do when he wanted to talk about your dad's death.
Yeah, I should have known you wouldn't care.
You gave Bruce like 2 seconds to answer. You're asking him to take on a huge task of corporate detective work and homicide investigation. Maybe he just wants to watch reruns of Diagnosis Murder instead.
Back out, Scooby.
Would you really know the Scooby reference? At this point, it's an ancient cartoon. Bruce conducts 95% of his home life in the dark. Dude, that's bad for your eyes. Alright, hit those lights for me. Let's turn those lights back on. Anyway, so,
Oh gosh.
Jesse, I told you. Do you guys have any questions? We have a couple more minutes. I can take it. Yes, ma'am?
Well, when I was getting an autograph from you, you said that you would sing the release song for Germany.
That's right. Okay, ready?
Wait.
Wait.
I'll sing as much of it as I know.
I can sing it with you, I remember.
Ready? Germany, Germany's a really, really nice place. You even bring me food. And it doesn't suck like English food. Sausages and cheeses, they always taste so good. It'd be heaven for a dog. Yes, that's Germany. Yes.
Whoa.
I think Death the Kid would like them at first and then he would get annoyed by them.
Oh.
Because, listen, I'm close to family members in my family, but no one is that close to their sibling. And you probably shouldn't be. That's, yes.
What is the oddest thing you've ever had to sign as an autograph?
You know, I've had to sign a fake bag of intestines before.
What?
I've signed a sandwich. I've signed a McDonald's bag. I've signed tissue paper. I've signed faces, body parts, man nipples. I've signed armpits. I've signed, I have signed boxes of pasta. I've signed, let's see what else have I signed. Have I signed an animal? I'm trying to think of it. I've signed stuffed animals, but no, I've signed babies. I've signed technology. I've signed, gosh, you know, I haven't signed any animals yet. That's my loss.
That can change.
It's my loss.
Sign my cat Fluffy.
Oh, yeah, there we go. Yes, ma'am.
Do you like being free?
Oh, do I like being in Free?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a groovy show because I get to, you know, Johnny Bosch sounds really good in it, and every Vic sounds great, and everyone's doing their thing. It's rad. It's pretty groovy. I like being in it, and when I got the phone call to be in it, I was super jazzed. Yes.
Is there any way you can give us hints on the 4th and 5th episodes for Chicken Kingdom? So what's going to happen?
Oh, thank you for asking. Yeah, in Colin Baker, who was a former Doctor Who, is going to be in it. And then also the Yellow Power Ranger is going to be in it. And then as far as storyline, I don't think I can. Vic is like really protective. He's. Oh, I've read both scripts. I mean, I'm ready to go. We're filming 2 episodes. Typically, what we do is we take 2 weeks to film 1 episode. We're going to shoot 2 episodes in 2 weeks. We have now. I guess I can say this. I mean, we're going to be off the ship, and so we're shooting all the interior stuff in that 2 weeks, and then all the exterior stuff after that. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, Vic's very protective about plots and things like that. He's a lot like I am with my video games. Like you can borrow some stuff and you can mess with things, but you got to go through some clearance if you're going to mess with my video games. So yeah, in the very back. Yeah.
I was working on Shiki.
Oh, Shiki?
Yeah.
Yeah, Shiki was a lot of fun. It was interesting. That's like a vampire-y show if you haven't seen it. And I play a character where we look at the perspective of what it's like to transform into a vampire, like from the perspective of the victim, I guess. So, like relearning how to talk, but keeping in mind that you can't breathe anymore. So how does that happen? How are you able to move air through, stuff like that? So it's fun. It's a cool show. Yes, ma'am.
What's your favorite line Maxie says?
Fire dragon anything. One thing I didn't get is like when he got Loxus's lightning power, I thought it was like, oh, this is going to be a new power. It was like that one time. I don't get that. What's that? Yeah, it's weird. It's like one time because they set it up like, oh, he's gonna have this lightning fire forever, and then that's it. Yeah. What's your question?
Okay, I have a question about the plot for the Star Trek.
Yeah.
I was wondering if you guys were gonna go along with the original, in the original series, the original writer had actually written out so there was some kind of sexual tension between Kirk and Spock.
Whoa!
Oh, did he?
Yes. He was gonna make a ship, but then he didn't want to get too many comments on it. So I didn't want to if you guys were gonna continue with that. If you notice, there's hints at it throughout the
It was a representation, but they can't directly say during the time period, so they had really hints at it. I know George Takei wanted a lot of representation.
George always wants, yeah. Oh my. Yeah, I don't know. I have a feeling that he's not going to Vic. I have a feeling that's like down on the list, the agenda list. I didn't know that though. Thank you for letting me know. Yes.
Me? Which one? Oh, me. Oh, not her.
Oh yeah, totally. I have been lifted up before. Typically not by my neck, usually, but I've been lifted before, yeah. See, if you notice, he's not lifting me by my neck, so that's a good thing. So I like my neck. Yes, ma'am.
Viscount Druids, I saw your pretty little Robin today. What's the
Oh my gosh.
Well, if you see my Robin again, be sure to let her know that she owes me $20.
She's dying.
That was a fun show, and I've actually had a blue lobster before.
Wait, really?
I'm tempted to ask you to do the one
It's real.
I did that yesterday.
Oh, did you?
That was me as well.
Oh.
Yes.
Really? Okay. Let's see. Yes.
During Oron, was it awkward shooting the yaoi fan service scenes?
Oh, for me, it's none of that stuff bothers me. It's it's like I don't, is it my go-to? No, it's not my go-to thing. But hey, if that's what the role calls for, that's okay. I've done a lot. Having come from a lot of theater, I've done things that go well beyond that. Totally. Just because, and I look at it as a challenge. It's like, as an actor, it's like, can I take on this challenge, and do I have the courage to be able to do this and step out of my skin and get comfortable with whatever the scenario is, Yes.
Italy, if you was stuck on an island with France or Germany without pasta, what would you do?
Eat one.
Well, I would go on Pinterest and I would look up the best ways to make pasta out of human flesh.
Why not?
And I would probably do that. I would make a secret board on Pinterest with that information. Yeah, if you put it through like a little. Well, how long am I on the island?
Well, you have to choose between either Germany or France.
Well, I would do both if I'm gonna be there long. It's kind of like juicing fruits. It's like it takes 10 bags of oranges to get this much. So it's like I imagine that's what it would be like with the pasta making of human flesh. Yes.
If you could be a member of Fairy Tale, what would you want to be?
Oh.
Well, I like Natsu. The only thing I would change about Natsu is I would change the shoes. I don't see how you can fight wearing, shower slippers. But I would keep the lightning fire. Yes.
I was wondering what you think would go down if Natsu joined the host club.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, if Haruhi had to pay off a debt for breaking a vase, and that got 26 episodes out of that, you're gonna get 260 episodes out of Natsu. Yes.
Do you prefer voice acting or face acting?
Voice acting or face acting? I like using my face when I voice act. They're different mediums. I like them both. I've done them both for a long time, and I like them both. I like them both. I like doing both on camera and voiceover. Yeah, I like doing them both. Yes.
What was it like playing White and Kate in Holland?
Oh, Holic was a lot of fun. I lost my voice a lot on that show. There was a lot of yelling and a lot of yelling at Domiki. But it was fun. I like it. I thought it was a very cool looking show too. Ed.
Yay! Okay, so since it's almost Christmas, I was wondering what your funniest Christmas memory is.
Oh, my funniest Christmas memory? Oh, I've got some sad Christmas memories. Do you want a sad one or a happy one?
Happy one!
Raise your hand if you want a sad one.
No!
Raise your hand if you want a happy one. Raise your hand if you want one that I thought was going to be happy but it turned out sad.
Wait, no.
No, I don't want to bring you down. Oh man, that's a good question. A happy Christmas memory. Growing up in a very strict Asian household, we didn't do a whole lot of Christmassy things. I think one of the coolest ones that I can think of off the top of my head is when I opened up one of my presents, and it was a Ghostbusters proton pack. And then I put that on, and then at the same time I opened up a Thundercats thing. And so I had that little claw shield gauntlet right here with the little sword in it with my proton pack on and the big sword right here. And I was 21. That was fun. I think there was a good, I forget if this was Christmas or Thanksgiving, but when I was in college, I had 2 other roommates and we had a very, very, very tiny kitchen. And everything in that kitchen was tiny, so it made your muscles look bigger. But no. And so the oven was so tiny. It was like my first oven. It was very small, and we had a turkey that we were making, and we were so excited. I was usually the cook in the house. We were so excited, and when I got the turkey ready, I flavored it and blah 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 all that stuff. I stick it in the oven, and I go to close the door, and the door goes. Oh, that much gap. Turkey's too big. Oven won't close. So I'm like, well, what do we do? And so I look at my roommates and we come together and we're like, we just got to turn it. We got to cook it and turn it, cook it and turn it. And so for like 10 hours, we're cooking and then turning it to cook the other side, turning it to cook it, and the whole apartment
is so hot because the oven is open this much, and the heat, it's like on 475. It's just blasting heat into the apartment. But all we keep thinking about is like, that turkey's gonna be so good for like 10 days. And I ate on that turkey. I don't know why we did this, because it wasn't about money. We could have just gone and gotten other stuff. But I ate on that, I think it was like a rite of passage. It was like, I ate on that turkey for so many days that it began to like gel.
Ew.
Because I'm like, I cooked that turkey in that baby oven, and I am eating it. And I got tired of turkey for a bit. And I got sleepy a lot because of the turkey tannin or whatever, whatever's in it. The tryptophan or whatever. Tannins and tea. Yes.
I think it was because, you know, you were talking about the whole man thing yesterday, that you don't want to give up.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. That's true. I will wander around in a video game a long time before I like restart level. Like if I'm like if there's yeah, if I'm doing anything like that, I'll trying to think of other times I won't give up. Oh man, if I'm like so fierce about an opinion or like a fact, and then I later that day find out I was actually in the wrong. Oh, it takes me half an hour to be like, okay, you gotta go apologize. You gotta go admit it. And I think that if guys, here's another guy tip. If you can get over that and admit when you're wrong, that's gonna save you so many hours of arguing with your lady. That doesn't mean men are always wrong. That's the thing. Women are like, men are always wrong. No, we're wrong most of the time. Not all the time.
Only 65%.
Maybe 70. I'll take one more question.
90.
Yes. No, not Plu. Plu doesn't get any love. I would be with Plu if I could, because we don't know if he's a boy or girl. I don't know what he is. I just know that he gets no love. See? And he doesn't wear any clothes. That's weird. Guys, thank you so much. I have another panel. Is it going to be in here?
No, panel room 1.
Panel room 1.
What is it?
6 o'clock. I've got a movie to show you guys that I bet you've never seen, and it's a Disney movie, and I bet you've never seen it. I'll see you there.
He's got balance.